Hi all, this is Mazerguru here today to talk to you guys about my Vigilant build. It's the ship I use in Defiler. Just a few things. Here's the stats on it. The hull 290,000, shield 24,000, tiny shield. Don't really care about that. EM resistance 125 points for the hull, 0 points for the shield, but with the 24,000 shield, that really doesn't matter. Defiler missions, you should know the damage you take will always be through uh, 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 EM damage. So that's why I bumped that up 125 points, 56% reduction. Look down here, capacitor, 3 hull, 3 CPU. Okay, in the first capacitor slot, iridium heat sink 17. Increases rate of fire, really good defiler. Uh, Second one, increase energy regeneration speed by 25% with the voltage regulator 17. Have the pulse discharger 14, increases main weapon damage by 10.5%. Okay, hull, extended hull gives 32%. Give armor plated hull for 39%. And the purple EM insulator 17 for 80 points resistance for the hull. So obviously I have the armor plated hull and extended hull. If you can afford extended hull, do that. If not, I would do 2 armor plated hulls. Give you the best volume. That's how I get the volume on this 290,000 hull volume. Let's see, horizon module, you need range in Defiler. If you get too close, the emitters will just start killing you. You know, staying back, you want to be approximately four to 5,000. 4,500 distance from the Defiler would be good. 5,500 distance would be better. I use the Halo launcher, of course, which is what you should be using. I have a distance on that of 6,300. Let's see. I also have, and then I have a critical infrared scanner 17 for critical chance, 9.4%, and another one increases critical chance by 9%. Okay, so 2 infrared scanners, that's giving me 18% more critical chance. It all comes down to, so I only have 23.4% critical chance, but that's better than nothing. Critical chance bonus is 80%, so about a quarter of the time I'm doing 80% extra damage. I could do the math for you, but no big deal. 71 rounds a minute. Let's see, down here in active modules, photon emitter, very, very important. And also, when you're shooting the photon emitter, try to shoot in the same spot with your Halo launcher. For critical situations, especially right at the end of Defiler, when you get your hull and shield is shield's gone, hull's way down, kick on your multi-phase shield 17. Doesn't last very long. 6 seconds. For 6 seconds, right at the end, I would have 145 extra resistance. That's a lot. Okay, and then the Tempest Launcher 17. That's an excellent module as well. I use that to shoot out the emitters. Try to aim for the emitter, aim ahead. Excellent weapon. What's important here with this is understanding the range on it. It's got a range of 5,000 meters, so you don't fire it unless you're within 5,000 meters. Okay, the other thing is the Pyrometer 17. That has what range? 5,400 meters. Okay, so it's just very, very important to know those two these last two, the range on them. The photon emitter has a huge range, 10,000. Okay, but these two, when I'm using these two, I'm really watching and paying attention to the Defiler's range for me when I'm shooting these. And there you go. Also, ammo, resonating charges. Always make sure you have resonating charges in. Very important. Uh, Build them if you don't got them. Uh, I use a static shield, and I don't even know why. Either way, with the shield or the heavy repair drone, they're both useless in Defiler. Okay, for one, energy is very important. If you want to have energy to shoot your active modules, you don't want to use your shield because it just sucks energy, and then they knock it out immediately anyway. So it's a waste. You'll see me use it once in a while if you ever see videos of me playing Defiler, but it's pretty rare. I have to have really good. I have to almost be dying, or the game's almost over, and I'm just trying to finish out without dying. As far as crew goes, this is the crew. I use Crew Alpha for Defiler. It's pretty simple. Hull strength. Okay, I got sensor range and increased maximum optimum weapon range by 20%. That's why. I don't care about sensors. I care about weapon range. That helps. Shield resistance to all types of damage by 30 points. I I don't really care about shield. It's pointless. A ship with 24,000 shield. When the computer lady says that your shields are gone, that just tells me I'm taking hits at this point. Let's see, crew 4. Uh, let's see, I got, maximum missile range. I'm not exactly sure if that affects the Tempest launcher, but it might. It might not. I'll have to take a look at that. Not really too important. Number 1 might be better. Okay, increase rotation speed. I like to rotate with my destroyers. Strafe is pointless with destroyers, and also increasing speed by 3% is useless. And if you have a Vigilant, you'll know they turn very, very slowly. So uh, rotation is good. Okay. Here's increased critical damage by 30%. Again, we're just kind of going critical with the percent in the damage. You could go main weapon damage. I think you could math these two out, but I think the critical damage would be better. Let's see. Weapon speed, we don't need that. 7 capacitor volume. You could go regen. Oh, afterburner energy use. You're not going to need that in Defiler. Part of damage received by your shields restores energy reserves. I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to stick with number 1. Go with the capacitor volume. That does help. Okay, this one's kind of important. The reduces recharge time for multi-purpose modules. It makes your modules you're using quicker. Okay, you don't need that, and you don't need the bottom one. Okay, number 9, increases hull and shield resistance all type of damage by 12 points for each enemy marking you as a target. So at the bare minimum, you get 12 points. I don't need afterburner speed there, and all type of damage. You can read that one on your own. Don't need that. Okay, number 10, module recharge time. That is a good one. I use the reduced active module energy consumption by 29%. That's a big number, 30%. And it's either do this or do the add another capacitor slot or change a capacitor for increased capacitor regen, and I really don't want to do that. So if I did the top one, I would just be out of energy the whole time. Improves active module parameters by 8%. Again, it would be out of energy. Number 11. Go with the center one. Increase rate of fire by 8%. That's pretty big. It's almost 10% increased rate of fire. Number 11 or 12 here. If the ship speed is below 50%, which it always is in Defiler, its main weapon deals 7% more damage. So that's pretty good. So you got 8% more firing rate, and you have 7% more damage there. We go with the bottom one here. Increase main weapon damage by 1% upon destroying an enemy ship or assisting with destruction of damage. And the effect stacks. At the very beginning, you can hit a lot of ships, so you can get that up to 10. Like, you should get that up to 10 immediately. So from that point on, you will have a 10% extra bonus again. Okay, and the last one here, increase damage resistance by 100 points for 2 seconds when the ship's shield is first lost. You know, yeah, when that first emitter comes out, usually the first time my shield goes down for 2 seconds. While that's going on, well, between everything else, I'm pretty much invulnerable for about 2 seconds. And the last one I do for improves credit gain for 10%, because if you do lose a destroyer in battle, it costs a whole lot to repay them or rebuild them. So, and then hold and shield strength by 5%. You know, a better one to do, I think, on this. Let's see, main weapon damage by 3%. No. Missile slot damage. I would probably choose between the top one and the middle one, but I'll go with the middle one because I'm always needing credits. Everybody needs credits. Okay, and there it is. That's the Defiler build. So, good luck to you. If you have any questions, you know where to find me.